Hi everyone, I believe we are now live on our webinar. It's always a strange one when you are looking to 5 faces, but then there's a lot more people behind the scenes. First of all, welcome. We are really excited to share with you today lots of information regarding DASSA and what we're going to be doing over the coming weeks, months, and obviously going into next year. There is going to be the agenda has been sent to you, so you'll have information with you regarding what we are going to talk about. So hopefully everyone will be able to get some of the answers they're looking for. One thing we will have is Neil Statham is going to be behind the scenes typing away. He's the fastest typer out of us. So he's going to be trying to answer any questions you have in the chat. So if you do have any questions that you would like to kind of send through, please do. And then what we'll do at the very end is if Neil can kind of share some of the common questions, we'll try and address them towards the end of the webinar. So without further ado, let's start by sharing with you one of our clips that we shared recently on social media that kind of showcases some of the great things that DASSA has done previously. Thanks so much, Andy. And this kind of leads us on now to Andy Jones going to talk a little bit about the overview.
Yeah, good afternoon. Just seeing those images, I think we've all been missing sport an awful lot. Just to recap on a few things and looking back and also looking forward. So let the presentation come up. 2 seconds, guys.
2 seconds, Andy.
No problem.
I believe it is a great pathway for the children, and yeah, we just want to work on the successes before. Jay Bedford from Kings of Barsha has led this previous years and been a vital part along with a lot of other colleagues, and we're trying to make sure that we kind of get this going again as best we can, and then we'll need people to volunteer. And I'll kind of, yeah, I think I was going to talk about vacancies later, but I think it's best to talk about it now. So within the heads of sport roles and within the DASSA Select, there is going to be opportunities. Opportunities for anyone in any DASSA school to volunteer, to become part of it, to lead on it, to share the role. It doesn't have to be that you take on the whole thing yourself. And then I know that, Andrew, if we could just share some of the sports that are available to get involved in. And one in particular is football on the primary side, netball as well. These are big leagues to get involved in, but nothing that we want some people to do on their own. It's more than welcome to share this between 2, 3, 4 people. So yeah, really, it's just for you guys to be aware that these are the opportunities that are available. We would love to see some new people get involved. It would be a great opportunity now while things are a bit quieter to reach out to previous heads of sport, share their knowledge, what works, what doesn't work, what schools enter late, what schools enter, and these things, and just kind of get the ball rolling, so to speak. So these are the opportunities. We will share with you, obviously, an application on how to get involved in that in the coming months. But we would love to, like I said, love to see some new people involved. Moving on to Andrew, if you want to talk about golf youth sport.
Yeah, thanks, David. Just a very quick point on Gulf Youth Sport. For those of you who don't know what Gulf Youth Sport is, it's like a Sport 360, but focused exclusively on youth sports. So it's an online platform dedicated to promoting youth sport in the Middle East region. We have a little in-house media team here, so we're going to try and get them very much involved with the DASSA finals, DASSA's major events, and the DASSA Select going forward. So just little things like features on the DASSA Select, interviews with the coaches, what it's all about, interviews with the players, what the experience has been like, and then the usual live stream if possible, and failing that, highlights of the major events and finals, just so that we can showcase the talents, the considerable talents that we have in the DASSA community, and to showcase the good work that the teachers and that the students do. So yeah, once we eventually get back to sport, we'll be heavily involved. Like I said before, the online challenges, this is the GYS media team that are pulling them together as well. So keeping us ticking over in the meantime.
Thanks, Andrew. And then the membership fees was the next item. Is just anything you want to confirm from, you said, addition to what you said already?
Not really, to be honest. I covered it earlier. So like I said, the aim is 0, and we'll confirm that in due course.
Great. Which leads me on to Neil. I think you're in the background there. Here he is.
I am. Hi, everyone. Just again to build on Andrew's point about the online challenges, a two-parter from me, really. First, to thank everyone who's entered so far. There have been some amazing performances in netball and in basketball in particular, some extraordinary scores in the 3-point challenge. Having tried it myself, I now know just exactly how impressive those scores are. So please, if you haven't got your students involved in them yet, they do really enjoy them. They prove to be really engaging so far. So we would love to welcome more entries. And just to make you aware, we are working on some more behind the scenes. So primary basketball is ready to launch. There's a rugby challenge coming out soon. And we've had a really positive meeting with the organisers of Desert Dance about a potential online and live dance competition in the 3rd term. And lastly, if you have any ideas that you think might work for an online challenge, or something that your students have created that you'd like us to support or get involved with, we'd love to hear from you. We are working on one more challenge behind the scenes, a fitness-based one, but I don't think I'll give away too many of the details for that, but hopefully one more exciting fitness competition to come as we build towards the 3rd term as well. So if you have any questions about them at all, you want to send in a result, have it displayed on social media, shout it out, or you're just not sure where to start, then please reach out to me at any time.
Thanks, Neil. And Ed Mosley should appear now. Look at that.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Just on DXBPE and professional development, first of all, a huge thank you to all of you that may have supported the events in the summer last term, 2 terms ago now, and the recent events. If you want to watch any of those or watch anything we ever do, it's always recorded and on the DXBPE YouTube channel. We've got lots of upcoming events for the summer term. We're also looking at launching a podcast, which, well, it'll be like the webinars and then converted into a podcast, almost more conversational. That'll be launched in Ramadan. So when you're going on your afternoon jogs, on your early finish, if you'd like to plug in and listen to the dulcet tones of me and my guests, you're more than welcome. I'm also seeking a partner in this, to join DXBP, someone who's passionate about professional development, somebody who would like to get involved and support me in enhancing the provision to DASSA so we can have more professional development available. We're looking at examination PE, secondary, even primary specific, and then also we'd really like to branch into leadership and management and developing PE leaders within our subject, whether they're current or aspiring. So if that's something that interests you, please reach out to me directly. Just a bit of a why. First of all, through DXBPE and professional development, if you've been to the sessions, it's excellent for networking, obviously, and that might be something that interests you. It looks great on your CV, but I'd say the most important things is you learn a great deal from learning from others just by interacting with other colleagues in the community. But above all, it's the most rewarding thing I do professionally. It really is, and that's why we've been doing it for so many years. You get so much out of it, more so than what you need to put in. So that's my sales pitch anyway. I'll pass back over to Dave, but if you are interested, please get in touch.
Yeah, I've just covered. Thank you very much, Ed. Passionate as ever. One thing next item was going to talk about heads of vacancy of sports, but we've already done that. I'll just plug it again. There is opportunities, so make sure you do sign up for it. The more we have, share the workload. It really will help. And then Andy, just leading on to you.
Yeah, so I'd like to touch on the Dubai School Games. Just to let you know that DASSA, we've been in a constructive meetings and conversations with ESM, the organisers of the Dubai School Games in conjunction with the Dubai Sports Council. We met last week. We both came up with the same aim, that we're both passionate about getting more students playing sport, which is the most important thing. We've both agreed to achieve this, that we need to look at our calendar, the DASSA calendar and the Dubai School Games calendar. The DSG calendar seems to be more tournament based. We seem to be more leagues based, although we'll have the standalone individual events at the same time too. We've shared our calendar, which we've shown you earlier on today. And on April the 13th, or Tuesday 13th of April, we're going to get back together with ESM to look at their calendar for next year. Hopefully have a positive conversation, which I'm pretty confident we will. And then what we could try and work out is the best fit, so we can try and amalgamate both calendars to have the best possible timings, so schools and more importantly students can benefit from more quality sport. So that's where we're at, and we'd like to think post April the 13th we can give more positive news on how DASSA and ESM are working together for the benefit of community and school sports.
Thanks very much, Andy. And record timing, I think that is our agenda items covered, but this is the real chance now for everyone to ask any questions you may have, and really just kind of pick any brains, any questions you might have, and see if we can share the answers.
Dave, there's a question in from Penny there, which you might be able to help. I've replied to it directly, but asking how you go about applying for head of sport roles.
So what we'll do, and what we've done in previous years, is we send out a Google form with the options that are there, and you apply for them. What we do then is the committees will work together. It could be 2 or 3 people that have come together, have different strengths, and we'll see if they work together, whether it's secondary or primary. If there's a number of people, and then it usually goes out to a vote within the members. So if there is, for example, 5 or 6, we can't find a solution that allows everyone to be involved, then we'll do a vote. And then the members will choose who they wish to have it be as the head of sport.
Yeah, next question is in from Callum, asking about the dates for DASSA Select, if we anticipate a January, February as last year.
Previous years it has been January, February, kind of that time of year, because of the sports we were doing. This year, well, this coming year, because we're looking to expand the DASSA Select, could be throughout the year. How that looks and how that will kind of be in terms, it could be different for primary and secondary. It could be just a one-off event. It could be something that's more of a series, depending on staff that sign up for it and want to run it. So yeah, there's a lot of factors that need to be decided, but I think it will be all year round, Callum.
I think also, just to sort of add to David's point there, that there was a lot of quality primary DASSA Select played, some secondary at the same time too, but a big push on the secondary side to get the same good practice going further up the schools. So yeah, brilliant stuff, and let's make it bigger.
Andy, I'm going to bounce these two to you because I think you might be the best person to answer them. First question, is it 100% definite no, as we understand so far, for Term 3 sports? And then following on from that, any advice for schools who are hoping to run after school programs?
Sure. I think in terms of Term 3, we need to wait until after the holy month of Ramadan and the Eid holiday. We'll be guided, I think, I will be guided by the KHG, and more than that, all schools in terms of practice, what can and can't happen will be told by them. My gut feeling, this is only a personal opinion, is that we will be looking more at 2021, 22, but really is watch this space, and the minute that the schools are allowed to do more sporting activities, we'll start back with a bang. In terms of getting permission to do ECA sports, from what we've seen is the schools that did apply back at the start of the academic year seem to get the go-ahead for ECAs. Since then, most schools that applied have not. So at the moment, that seems to be the case. But again, if we know more, we most certainly will pass on the information.
And a final question coming in with regards to swimming. Is there any news on swimming? Are any schools doing swimming? Are some schools running it through outside providers? I can field the first part of that one. I have sent an email to KHDA to a contact there offering to come in and discuss it or work with them in an effort to try and find a way that we could do it in schools, but yet to receive a reply. But I'm sure things are very busy there. I'm certainly not aware of any schools who are running curriculum swimming, and as far as we understand, there's been no changes in the guidelines so far. The guidelines do allow for outside companies to hire school swimming pools, though, so some schools are using that with pre-existing relationships they have with swimming providers. I think that's all the questions we have so far.
There's one there with Matt about the 100% definite no for regular sport upcoming term 3. Again, Matt, what I'd say to that is at the moment, and it really is at the moment, it is a no. If that changes, then we will organise, if we have the opportunity, there will be organised sport in term 3. But that really is directed by the KHDA, and we've just got to wait and see what they say.
Give it one more minute, and then this could be the second fastest DASSA meeting I've done this week. Okay, if there's no more questions coming in, thank you everyone for taking the time out of your afternoon and joining us. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you got some information, and just a big thank you from me to Andrew, Neil, Ed and Andy for taking the time as well today to share this information. We look forward to seeing many people apply for the head of sport job. I've plugged 3 times now. Also to get involved with DXB, but yeah, we're just looking forward to sports coming back at some point and get involved in all the challenges that DASSA is doing through Neil and GYS. And yeah, have a lovely afternoon and a good week before a well-deserved 2 weeks off. Thanks everyone.
Cheers.